Alright, so let's go actually to the verse. Stithapragnya. Stithapragnya is a word coined actually by Arjun. Okay, was not originally a word. He has coined this word. Now, of course, everybody is using it. Gnya, from Stithapragnya, Gnya means knowledge. From where Gyan has come. Gnya means knowledge. Pra means well established. Well established. So, pragnya, well established knowledge. When does knowledge become well established? When does knowledge become well established? By practice, correct. When it is backed by experience. When otherwise knowledge is bookish, it is intellectual. But when you take that bookish knowledge, then you actually implement it in your life, you actually practice it, then that knowledge becomes backed by experience. When it becomes backed by experience, you are convinced that it is correct. Otherwise, it's hearsay. So when it is backed by experience and conviction, then it becomes established. And that kind of established knowledge is called wisdom. That is the meaning of wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge which is practiced, experienced, and you are convinced that it is correct. And sthita, steady. So you have got the bookish knowledge. After getting bookish knowledge, you have experimented with it. After experimenting with it, you are convinced that it is correct. And then for a long time, you are convinced. It's not just, today I think it's good, but tomorrow I have a doubt. No, you have to be established in that. When you are established in that, then you are Stithapragnya. That is the meaning of Stithapragnya. Stithapragnya, established, means you do not negate it in any of the three states of consciousness. What are the three states of consciousness? Waking, dreaming, and sleeping. So if you have bookish knowledge, you have it in which state? Waking state. In the sleeping state you have it? It's negated, right? You don't have that knowledge. So that knowledge is not sthita. You understand? But this knowledge, or all the knowledge, let's say, that we study in school, or we study in college, or all the knowledge of the material world, can it be sthita? Tell me, can it be sthita? No. It is progressive. All knowledge that science gives us, we call it progressive. Why we call it progressive? Because maybe in the 15th century, we said this is the truth. This is how it should be. Then in the 18th century, they did some research and found, no. That is not the truth. Now it has changed. Then 20th century, some new knowledge came up. Then that also changed. First they thought the earth is flat. Then they realized the earth is not flat. Like that, so many things. If you go to Google Guru, Google Guru will keep telling you new things. First they will tell you that you should not have oil. Then they will say, no, this oil is good, that oil is not good. Then they will say, no, that oil is also not good, you just have ghee. Then somebody will say, actually fat is not the killer, it is sugar who is the killer. Like that, this knowledge will keep going further and further. Finally, you don't know what to eat, because whatever you eat, there is some research to say that this is going to kill you. You know, right? So this material knowledge that we get from science is not sthita. We will call that kind of knowledge progressive, because it keeps on changing. See, take a more concrete example. See, suppose you had to write an essay on yourself. Hey, in your school you all have to write, essay on myself, Jai, right? So, and Jai writes an essay, or you have written an essay at the age of what Jai is right now. You will write something. Then when you read that when you are 25, say, hey, I am not that. I am completely different from what I was at the age of 11, right? And then if you reach the age of 50, you'll say, I was like that in my teens. Oh God, in my 20s, I was like that. I'm not like that anymore. I am somebody completely different. If you write an essay on yourself before Shiva and after Shiva also, you'll be different.
You'll faint.
So, you'll faint. That is because the subject of your essay, the subject of your essay has gone on changing. And all knowledge of the scientific world is changeable subject. The subject will keep changing. It keeps getting modified. Therefore, all information of the material world is not sthita. And what do we teach our children? That knowledge only. We are teaching this unstable, progressive knowledge, and we are not teaching them the knowledge which is always going to be the same because it has come from Paramatma. It has survived centuries and centuries of change. That knowledge has never changed. This is what we need to bring into the education system. All right. So, first word which describes a person established in knowledge, we have said is Stithapragnya. The second term that Arjun uses is Samadhishta, established in Sama. Sama means Samadhi, established in Samadhi. Samadhi means wisdom of the self. It is not just about being still in body. It is not also just being still in the mind. It is not about always sitting in meditation. Samadhishta means having a buddhi that is equanimous. Equanimous means sukh mein and dukh mein. It is the same. So the first one was established in wisdom, backed by experience and conviction. The second lakshan, almost he is only giving the lakshans actually, is established in equanimity. And the third is sthitadhiya. Third word that he has used. Dhi means what? Buddhi. Sthitadhi, stable buddhi. Means how will your buddhi be stable? Can you tell me how your buddhi will be stable? See how important these verses are for a sadhak, for a spiritual seeker. Because first and foremost, everybody knows that your buddhi needs to be stable. How will your buddhi be stable? What's the most important thing for your buddhi to be stable?
All doubts cleared.
How will all your doubts get cleared?
Faith.
Conviction.
On what?
On the knowledge.
No, you have said.
How will all this happen? Guys, now you should know the first step is what?
Asking questions.
Remove doubts.
Remove the mind.
That's
That's
what
that.
Remove the
Sarada.
Go more back.
Sattvic.
Go more back. Go more back. More back. Think. See, don't just sit here. Don't sit here in a lull. I want you to think. Okay. What is the very first step? Huh?
Fix a goal.
Huh? Who said?
Fix a
Huh? Fix a goal. Fix a goal. Guys, you don't know how many people are there in the world living without having a goal. The most important thing is having a goal and being convinced about it. It is not a by the way goal. It is not a goal that you have in summer vacation only. It is not a goal that you have and follow if it is convenient to follow or it's easy to follow. Have a goal and be convinced about it. Make your goal fixed. If your goal is fixed, everything else, whatever you all said, will happen automatically. So your buddhi will be stable. So what makes a buddhi unstable?
Viksha.
What makes it unstable?
Non-decision.
Non-decision. Ye karu ki wo karu. Should I do this or should I not do this? Because that is the nature of your mind. the nature of the mind is sankalp vikalp. You will think, I will do this. No, actually, forget it here. It's not so attractive to do that. Or, oh, I should do this, but it's too difficult. Then you will find all kinds of justifications not to do it. So, the mind is the unstable factor because it will always give you options. Jao, nahi jao. So, nahi so. Study, don't study. Eat, don't eat. No, most of the time you will eat. All the time there is always two paths available. And who is the one who is going to make these two parts of your mind stable? Buddhi. That's the job of the buddhi. But if the buddhi itself is unstable, then buddhi will also go to where? Archives. It will go to the archives of your experiences and say, last time let me see when I ate batata vada, how did I feel? Oh, too good it was, lovely. Eat. That is what is making you all eat. Understood or not? But if your goal is fixed, I want to lose 10 kilos by the end of whatever year, then that goal is fixed. Then no question, buddhi will say, hey, forget it. Your goal is to lose 10 kilos, batata vada should be avoided. If your buddhi is still, if your goal, and when will buddhi be still? When the goal is fixed. Get it? So that is what is there by this word Stithapragnya. Buddhi is fixed where? In the goal. Therefore no confusion. Therefore easy decisions. Isn't it causing you stress to take decisions? Isn't it stressful? Isn't not taking decisions a factor of your stressful life? Most stress is created by should I or should I not? Should I or should I not? Should I or should I not? So, giving these three factors of a Stithapragnya established in wisdom, established in equanimity, and established in goal, then he asks sub-questions. What are the sub-questions? How does such a person talk? How does such a person sit? And how does such a person walk? So basically in this one verse there are 4 sub-questions. First is the characteristic. Then how does he speak? Second part, how does he walk? How does he sit? So let's take that, how does he speak? Second part of the question. So what do you think actually he's asking? How does he speak? Softly, loudly, harshly, sweetly, lovingly. Do you think he's actually asking that? No? Then what? What is this? Is he applying the 3 filters? Imagine the Stithapragnya.
King 3.
Okay, so now I'm taking revision of you, of your knowledge or wisdom, I don't know. How many organs of perception are there?
5.
Name them.
Sight.
Eyes.
Skin.
Guys, at least do properly. Eyes, then nose, ears, tongue, skin. Okay? Eyes, ears, nose, skin, tongue. Right? Organs of perception. Gyan Indriya we call it. Then how many organs of action are there? 5. Name? Arms, hands, legs, tongue, excretory organ, and reproductive organ. Okay? So these are the 5. Is there anything common between the 2? Tongue. Tongue. Tongue does what? Speaks also as an organ of action and taste also by organ of perception. So the tongue is the common organ in all that. So Arjun is using the tongue. How does he speak to ask the question, in a Stithapragnya, how do the 10 indriyas work? How do the 10 indriyas, the 10 organs of perception and 10 organs of action, karma indriya and gyan indriya, all these 10 are represented by tongue. And so he asks, how does the Stithapragnya speak? In other words, how, when a person is so, advanced and his buddhi is still and he has all the things that he has talked to you, he thinks he is Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi has been realized, then such a person, how will his senses function in the outside world? Valid question? Better than whether he talks softly or loudly, right? So this is the meaning of that question, how does he speak? Then he asks, how does he sit? So does Arjun want to know whether he sits straight, whether he sits back, whether he sits slouching, whether he sits crooked? What he wants to know by how does he sit? Kim asit, how does he sit? What he's asking, is he asking, could it be he's asking which yogasan he's sitting in? Sukhasan, Vajrasan, what? Padmasan. Does he want to know that? Shirsasana. He's not asking any of those questions. He is asking, what is his technique in reaching samadhi? Because when you sit, you are sthir. So how has he reached this sthir state? What is his sadhana? What is his path? What is his method of reaching this state? How does he sit? Kim asit. And then, how does he walk? Is he running? Is he walking slow? Is he limping? Is he skipping? Is he jumping? Is he dancing? Does he want to know that? Now you know he doesn't mean those things. So what do you think it means? How does he walk? Walking means what? Going from here to there, right? To walk, you have to move. Move from here to an X place. So when he's asking how does he walk, means how does he move about in society? How does he move about in the world? How does he interact with the world? That's what he's asking. How does he interact with the world? So every experience is interacting with the world, right? When we are also moving, when we are also walking, we are also interacting with the world. And where does your maximum dukh come from? Interacting with the world. Your maximum dukh is coming from interacting with the world. So here he wants to know, how does the Stithapragnya interact with the world without any dukh? Without getting any dukh. Is it worth knowing?
Yes.
See, how we experience how we interpret our experiences when we interact with the world. We are interacting with the world. Then we are experiencing something, right? What is the result of that? Dukh or sukh. Dukh or sukh. And that depends on what?
How we interpret it here.
How we interpret. That means state of your mind. So our state of mind is dependent on how we interpret our experiences when we interact with the world. Are you getting it? So, for example, let's say I go to a movie and it's an English movie, or let's say a Hindi movie, I know both the languages, right? If I know both the languages, then I know what dialogues are going on, and I will either be happy with that dialogue, or I may feel like crying, or I might feel disgusted with it, or I might feel afraid of it, or whatever. I will react. Why do I react? Because I can interpret. I know the state of my mind in the movie will depend on how I'm interpreting that experience. But let's say I go to a movie where I don't know the language. Suppose the movie is what? Telugu. It's Telugu, Tamil, whatever, or German or Russian. That fellow is saying, I will squeeze your neck and drink your blood. But I'll be just watching. Right? I don't know what he's saying. I don't understand. I can't interpret it.
It's more fun.
So my state of mind will be the same. I will not be able to know anything. He could be saying, I love you till the cows come home. But he's saying that also it makes no difference to me. He's saying, I'll eat your blood and eat your whatever. That also will not make any difference to me. Nothing. I will not have any reaction because I don't understand. Therefore, I can't interpret that. And my mental state will not be affected by that at all. So, how is it that this Stithapragnya person interacts with the world? Obviously, he understands everything, but yet there is no dukh, yet there is no reaction. So, these are the things that Arjun is asking. 4 questions in this verse. What are they? Characteristics. Then? Correct. I didn't hear anything. What are the characteristics? How does he speak? How does he walk? How does he sit? Okay? Important to know.
Yes.
Now, why do you think these verses have been included here? Why do you think in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, these verses have been included? Is he trying to test Bhagwan? That let me see how you can answer. Do you know these questions? Do you know the answers to these questions? You know, some of you will ask me questions like that, just to test whether I know. So it's not for testing Bhagwan at all. It's used as a guideline. Guideline for who? Spiritual seekers. It is not for testing Bhagwan, but it is for testing yourself. That do I have these characteristics? If I want to know how I have traveled on this journey, how far I have traveled, am I Stithapragnya? Am I walking like this? Am I talking like this? Am I sitting like this? In the meaning of what we have just discussed. Then, so basically, I should be able to test myself. But then I should also have a goal, because we also talked about the importance of a goal. So these verses are telling me what my goal should be. My goal should be, I should walk like this. My goal should be, I should speak like this. My goal should be that I should, what? Sit like this. So first is my own guideline. Second is to set my own goal. Third is to clear my misunderstandings. I should not have a misunderstanding of what a Stithapragnya is. Because of media and so many movies and again YouTube and Google G, so many misconceptions are there. Realized person should have long jata. Then realized person should wear orange clothes. Realized person should what? Dadi badi, lamba, even ladies should have. And like that, so many things, and they should be able to recite the full Shastra by heart, and they should live in a cave, or they should not eat gulab jamun, they should not eat chocolate. So many concepts are there in our mind. So if you'll see in the entire Bhagavad Gita, or forget entire Bhagavad Gita, in all any Shastras, there is no lakshan of a Stithapragnya or of a realized person that what should be the size of his house. Nowhere is written this is the diet plan of a Stithapragnya. He cannot eat this, but he can eat this. Nowhere is written. Of course, there are certain ingredients which are not allowed to be eaten because it creates instability of mind, but it doesn't say you can only eat this. Okay? Nowhere is it said that Stithapragnya should have an ashram which has so many acres. Nowhere is it written that a Stithapragnya should have so many followers, or that his TRP on Astha channel should be this much. None of these lakshans are there. Therefore, to clear our misconceptions, these verses have been given. Okay? And giving this knowledge to Arjun is actually by the way. This knowledge is being given to us. So that as spiritual seekers, we keep this in our mind, keep this goal in our mind, keep these guidelines in our mind, so that as we progress, we don't have to ask, have I reached? Have I reached? People ask me, have I reached? How do I know you have reached? You only check it. What is in your mind, you have to check. I am not a mind reader. I have come to point the way. Then you have to walk. I can only point the way. And if you're going in wrong direction, I can hold your shoulders and turn you. But I can't walk for you. That you have to do. Alright. So let's now see what Bhagwan answers. Verse 55. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmanyevatmana tushta Stithapragyastadochyate. Read, Gopal.
Sri Bhagwan said, Arjun, when one thoroughly casts off all cravings of the mind and is satisfied in the self through the joy of the self, he is then called stable of mind.
Wow. How many still want to be on this journey? When we hear verses like this, take out all cravings of the mind. जाने दो यार किसको करने का है. Okay, let's see the meanings. Partha, you know, means Arjun, son of Pritha or Kunti. Yada, tell me the meaning. Yada. How many times we have told this? Yada means what?
If.
When. Yada means when. When sarvan, all, important word. Kaman, selfish desires. When all selfish desires. Mana gatan, of the mind. When all selfish desires of the mind, prajahati, are dropped. When all selfish desires of the mind are dropped, then what happens? Tushta. From santusht, one is satisfied. One is satisfied. Where? Atmana, in the self. One is satisfied in the Atma. One is satisfied in the self. Eva, only. Atmana, there are two Atmas in this line, through the joy of the self. So I am completely content, I am completely satisfied in the self. With what? With the joy of the self. I am just satisfied in myself with the joy of being in the self only. I am not happy because of this or that desire being fulfilled. I am happy in the self. Why? Because of the joy of being in the self. No other reason. Tada, then, uchyate, such a person is called, what is he called? Stithapragnya, man of steady wisdom. Getting it? So, if I put all the words together, it says, Arjun, when all your selfish desires of the mind are dropped, important word, one is satisfied in the self through the joy of the self itself, then such a man is called man of steady wisdom, Stithapragnya. So in this verse, the first lakshan is being given. The first lakshan, he had asked no characteristics of a Stithapragnya. So the first characteristic is being given, Atmanya tushtaha, meaning a person who is called Stithapragnya is satisfied in the self. Satisfied in the self. That is the first lakshan. So can you tell me, when can a person be satisfied in the self? Correct.
When you understand that material is not giving you.
When you have renounced all outside desires, when all outside desires have dropped, then where will he be? Satisfied in the self itself. Okay. So till that time we keep practicing now. Let me give this up. Let me give that up. Let me renounce this. Let me renounce that. That is all practice. And that you are doing it voluntarily. You are doing it with some effort, right? And you have to put the effort. That is called tyag. You are tyaging. You are giving up something. When that thing actually drops by itself, then it will be called vairagya. So when you are putting that effort in to drop it, you are doing tyag. But when it drops by itself, that thing has no effect on you anymore. Till you are giving up alcohol, it's there, you're getting the urge to have it, or whatever that, alcohol is an example, then you don't have it, you're doing tyag. But when it is in front of you and you have no desire to have it, it's dropped, then that we call vairagya. So there are two kinds of contentment. Because he said tushta, you have to be content. So there are two kinds of contentment. One is you have a desire, that desire gets fulfilled, and when it gets fulfilled, you are content. So it's from desire to desire. For a while you will be content after fulfilling that desire. For example, you want to eat chocolate cake. So there will be a lot of restlessness, chocolate cake. When you eat the chocolate cake, for a little while Jai will feel relaxed, right? So he will be content. Now, okay, second one you want, okay, have that also. 5, okay, have 5 also. After 5, bus, please, I don't want any more, right? So for a while you will feel contented with 5 chocolate cakes, okay? Gokul is saying So, but after that finishes, after 5 days, Jai, you want chocolate cake? Yeah. So that contentment, where it went, it was temporary, right? So that is one kind of contentment. Temporary after the desire is fulfilled. And then there is another kind of contentment which is permanent, which you do not feel the urge to have that thing. When will that contentment happen?
You realize it when you are established that you are not the BMI.
Correct. When you realize your own self is not a body which needs to be satisfied, it's not a mind which needs to be satisfied, it's not an intellect which needs to be satisfied. You see divinity within yourself. At that time, all desires will automatically drop. Automatic. Till then, little effort will have to be done to overcome. So there is one story that there are 4 friends. Okay, and somebody asks them, what is the most valuable thing in the world? Most valuable. Okay, what will you all say? Most valuable? No, don't tell. The first person says, because somebody will give my punchline away. One person says, the most valuable thing in the world is Kalpavriksha. You know what is Kalpavriksha?
Wish fulfilling.
Wish fulfilling tree. Only you have to go sit under the tree, make your wish, fatak, you'll get your wish will come true. So, most valuable thing, Kalpavriksha. True or not? Very valuable. Second one says, no, what? For that, I have to walk, I have to go, I have to find one Kalpavriksha. Too much trouble. Nilgai is the most valuable thing. Nilgai is supposed to be a very sacred animal and it chooses you, it comes to you, and in front of that Nilgai, you make your wish and any wish comes true. So that is more valuable than Kalpavriksha. Why? Why more valuable? Because Kalpavriksha you have to walk and go and Nilgai comes to you. So less work has to be done. Okay, so Nilgai is more valuable than Kalpavriksha. Third one says, neither Kalpavriksha nor Nilgai. Paras. You know, Paras stone? Anything. So you just have it. You don't have to walk also. You don't have to wait also for Nilgai. You just have that Paras. Make your wish. For that, wish will come true. Fourth guy has not said anything yet. He's thinking. Then he says, no, all of you are wrong. The most valuable thing in the world is satsang. They say, what satsang? Why satsang? Because satsang will get rid of all your desires. If you get rid of all your desires, you neither need Kalpavriksha, nor you need any Nilgai, nor you need any Paras, you don't need anything. You are already tushta, you are already content. Okay, you are established in yourself. So, it may take time. It may not be as fast as Kalpavriksha. It may not be as quick as Nilgai coming. It takes its time because there is a process involved. You have to get rid of so many layers and layers of conditioning for that satsang to have its effect. But once it has its effect, it is permanent. Kalpavriksha is permanent? No. It will fulfill one desire, the next one is ready. Nilgai will take away all my desires? No. Paras will, in fact, Kalpavriksha, Nilgai, Paras, they are multiplying our desires. They are multiplying my desires and they are multiplying the desires. They are making me more and more a slave of desires. So I am not getting free. I am getting more and more caught in the web of sansar. So the one that is most valuable is satsang. So who is the richest? All of you. So if I want to come out of these desires, I have to know how these desires become more and more strong in me. So let us say that there are 4 stages of desires. This kind of analysis is what is going to help you come out of it. Okay? Because if you want to, of course, nothing is forced. The first stage of a desire we will call Vasana stage. Here, the desire is in bij form, seed form. It's a belief. What is the belief? The belief is just a belief, if I get this, I will be happy. It's a belief. If I get this, I will be happy. If I get, what shall I say? Samosa? Cheesecake? Am I increasing your vasanas? Mithai? Whatever. Huh? Upma? It looks like it's past the vasana stage. It's just a belief. If I get this, I will be happy. Tab tak you have not done anything. Just it's in there in the seed form in your mind, okay? And it can stay in that bij form for lifetime. And it can stay in that beach form from lifetime to lifetime, over many lifetimes, if you do not take action on it. First stage, Vasana stage. But the minute you react to that, the minute you give attention to that, the minute you say, it's very nice that Guru Kripa Samosa. I should have it. Definitely tomorrow I should go, or I should phone. Who shall I say? Anju.
Anju.
Acha, nearby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ragda patties also.
Will you stop it now?
Guru Kripa ho gayi bhai.
Now one urgency, one necessity for the wish to be fulfilled is giving some, you have put your foot on the accelerator. You have put your foot on the accelerator. That wish is becoming more and more urgent. If because you have, pehle to you, Vasana is there, you have not put the ignition on. Because in the car, you have not turned on the ignition. Now what is happening? Ignition is also turned on, and now little you have put your foot on the pedal of the accelerator. Then the third stage will come, Ichha. Spruha. Spruha. Spruha.
So, what happens in Spruha? Put the foot on the...
You have given energy to that wish, and there is an urgency to fulfill it. There is a necessity to fulfill it. Necessity can be felt at the body level, it can be felt in the mind level also. The necessity, I must have it. Then Ichha stage. Ichha stage now, Gaya. You are already making efforts to go and get it. Phone kiya Anju ko, you have already phoned and you have already confirmed kal satsang mein leke aana. Okay. And then finally you get it. But yes, that's not the end. Then Trishna is there. Trishna stage. You have got it, but you want more. You have had it. It's beautiful. It's giving you pleasure. It's giving you satisfaction. But that's not enough. You want more and more. Next time again. This time again. I want to feel more of it. More of it. More of it. That's your patan. That's your patan. Downfall. So Vasana, seed form. Not done any action. Then Spruha, you are feeling the urgency to have it. Then Ichha, you are actually taking action to get it. And then you've got it, and now there's greed, Krishna. So at what stage do we try, generally, do we try to overcome our desire?
Trishna.
Normally, where do you try?
Trishna.
At Trishna. You are already addicted. You already want more and more. Do you understand how difficult it is to overcome a desire at Trishna stage? You are already addicted to it. You want more and more of it. So where is it necessary to address it? Vasana stage. Vasana stage. But you have already reached that Krishna stage. So slowly be aware, I am being greedy. I already had it. Now I want more of it. Become aware. Awareness will help you take it to Ichha stage. That I feel it, but I should not take the action. I'm feeling this greed, but I should not go and get more. Then when you manage to do that, then you go to Spruha stage. I'm feeling the necessity, but I must stop. Like that, that is how you sublimate the desire. Go upwards. Then let it remain in your subconscious Vasana level. It's okay. When you will reach that stage of Aham Brahmasmi, that also will go away. So you have to do it. If you try straight away from Krishna stage to just go, I will not have, a very great tapasya and needs lot of willpower, and the willpower is only 1 week old, whereas the desire is probably 10 lifetimes old. So you can understand why it's becoming so difficult for you to give up things which are not in your highest interest. So the first lakshan of a Stithapragnya is that none of these 4 stages affect him. Neither Krishna, nor Ichha, nor Spruha, nor Vasana. Even Vasana is there somewhere deep, it is there in your subconscious. It's like, I call it fangless cobra. Fangless cobra, it can do nothing to you. And he is able to not get affected by any of these vishayas, because they are all vishayas, they are all objects of the world. They are not able to, he managed to not get disturbed by them. Why? Because he is content in the self, knowing that he is neither this body, nor this mind, nor this intellect. The desire is satisfying what? The body. The desire is satisfying the mind. The desire is satisfying the intellect. But I am neither of these 3, so I don't get affected by it. So why exactly do we have desires? What creates these desires? If you attachments to the past. Okay?
We feel incomplete.
We feel incomplete, so we want to feel complete.
So we feel having that object or having...
Correct. So if you analyze all the different desires that anyone can possibly have, give me some examples. Money, spouse, fame, then home, business, children, big car, Lamborghini, Veer's Lamborghini. Happiness. So many goals are there, right? And they are all desires within us. So if you were to analyze each and every desire that anyone can possibly have, you would realize that all these desires of different vishayas are basically desires for the self. They are all different roops. They are all different forms of desire to be with the highest self within you. So, you know that your Atma inside, your soul, is basically another form or an ang of Paramatma. Yes or no?
Yes.
You know that, right? That this Atma is basically Paramatma in this little limited cage. This is not limited, but this cage is limited. And that Paramatma has another way of being described, which we call Sat Chit Anand. Paramatma is Sat Chit Anand. So we can also say that this is also a variation of Sat Chit Anand. So let us see what is Sat. Sat means existence. What has always existed. What has always been there. Eternal. Freedom from birth and death. It has never been born and it will never die. It always exists. When we are born, what is born? Body is born. When we die, what dies? Body dies. The Atma has existed before this body was born. This Atma exists while the body is alive, and this Atma will exist even after the body is destroyed. Right? So this Atma is Sat. It is eternal. Now, if we desire things, let us say we desire health. For what reason?
Living
To have a long life. Because we don't want to die. Why we want money? To live well. Why we want to live well? We want comfort. Why we don't want discomfort? It will cause pain. And eventually with pain we will die. So all the desires you are having, whether it is for money, whether it is for health, whether it is for comfort, whether it is for whatever, security, for what reason? So that we don't die. All your desires are, if you keep asking why do I want this? Then you'll get an answer. Then again ask, why do I want that? Again you'll get an answer. Finally you'll get the answer, because I don't want to die. Because I want eternal existence. Eternal existence. And that is actually who you are. You already have it. Because that is who you are. Atma is eternal. Atma exists eternally. But we have got a misconception, I am a body. And body doesn't live eternally. I am a mind, I am my thoughts, I am my feelings, I am my concepts. But this is not who you are. These things may die, will die, surely. But who you are will never die. Because who you are is Atma. Who you are is Sat. That is already who you are. So all your desires which are satisfying your body, your mind and in your intellect are basically desires for eternal existence. You don't want to die. You want to keep living. But you are already eternal. We don't realize that. So what we are desiring is not money. What we are desiring is not the villa. What we are desiring is not the health. What we are desiring is Sat. Eternal existence. And you already have it. But you are searching for it in other Vishais which cannot provide it. Because they themselves are impermanent. They themselves are temporary. How can a temporary object provide you eternal existence? How ridiculous? Isn't it ridiculous?
But not till we have not experienced it, we are not being able to be Stithapragnya till we have not experienced ourselves as such.
Right.
So then what should we hold on to? In
To the knowledge, theoretical knowledge. Hold on to the theoretical knowledge. Hey, why do I want, what shall I say? Why do I want this 4-bedroom apartment? Why do I want this? Why do I want that? Why do I want money? Why am I afraid of dying? Ask. See what happens. We have a desire and then we just go from Vasana stage to Trishna stage in the blink of an eye. Stop, pause, create the gap. Desire has come up. Ask, what are you trying to satisfy? What is it that I really want by fulfilling this desire? If by fulfilling this desire, it's taking me to moksha, do it. If it's taking me away from moksha, don't do it. Or any other goal. Is this taking me towards whatever, fitness? Do it. It's taking me away from fitness? Don't do it. Ask. Because we have been given a buddhi, which is the most underutilized faculty of humans. You know that you are considered human only if you are using your buddhi. If you are not using your buddhi, you are pashu. And most of us are living as pashu, animal, because we are not using our buddhi.
Mom, where does love fall into all this? Like, I'm not talking about materialistically, I'm talking about sentiments, emotions.
Zero.
Those kind of-
Zero.
So So expecting love is also
-5.
Can you tell me, not that I'm trying to use a name of a person derogatively, can you tell me if Mr. Mukesh Ambani goes down from his ivory tower, down where the bhikari is sitting and asks for bhiksha, would he do that? Why?
because he has enough. He has enough.
He has enough. He doesn't have enough. He has more than enough.
He doesn't know that. But he doesn't know that.
And he has enough, okay, and that bhikari, he doesn't have anything, right? He is asking for money to a bhikari who doesn't have, whereas he has everything, right? You are made of love. Love is your nature. And if you're asking somebody else who doesn't have any love to offer, how he will give? He's a bhikari himself. He's asking you for love. You're asking him for love. You're asking him. You give me love. You say, I love you first. No, you say, hello. You are made of love. Though you don't recognize. It's like somebody lives in a, in olden days, they used to live in houses and they didn't have tijori, they didn't have a safe deposit vault. You know where they used to put their money? Underground. Underground. Then they would put their some chest on it, or they would put their bed on it, so nobody can go and khod over there. Then that fellow dies. The son doesn't know that there is money in the earth under my bed, and he's going everywhere else to ask for money. You are that person, not you, we are that person who has that wealth of love. Wealth, we are made of love. There is so much that it just overflows. You cannot stop it, you cannot contain it. But you have put one bed over it, you have put one trunk on it, you have put one almari on it. You yourself don't know, and now you are going to bhikari. Thoda love de no, thoda love de no. 1 rupya ka love de do, 2 rupya ka love de do. Useless, zero activity. Get off it. Find it in you. Find it. It's there inside. Huh?
How do we do that?
Deep.
You need to make your heart soft. You need to make your heart soft. Too much gyan makes the heart hard. It's a ahankar of gyan which will prevent you from seeing your own self as pure love. Ahankar जहाँ होता है वहाँ भगवान नहीं आते. Where there is abhiman, there is no Bhagwan. So you have to soften your heart. That's all. Nothing else needs to be done. And stops doing bhikaripana of this love. Nobody has to give any extra where you're looking. Where there is overflowing of love, you go there and ask, na? There the nadis are flowing. But we want from our son and our daughter and our husband and our wife. Hey, they are also searching.
Sophisticated bhikari.
Just imagine one scene, you're on the road. And then how these bhikaris are sitting in. Now one bhikari goes to the other bhikari. Hey, thoda de do na. Other one, hey, mere ko bhi thoda de do na. They're asking each other.
CEO Bhikari.
Everyone is asking each other. Nobody has one bhikari. You never said I love you. I don't, but how can I say?
Yes.
We kind of are taught or raised to kind of prioritize our families above all else. We are never
By all means.
told to prioritize our spiritual growth above all else. So we almost think it's our duty to prioritize this familial love and familial relationship.
Do your duty without any emotion involved, because the emotion expects a return. Dharma means doing what is your duty without expecting anything in return. Do it because it's your duty. That's what you're supposed to do. For what reason you have got birth? To get 1 kilo of love from here, 2 kilos of love from here. You're not born for that. You are already love. Your duty should be an expression of your love. Your duty should not be an expectation of love. It should be an expression of love. And if you truly don't expect, you will be able to perform without any obstacle. Don't expect. The problem is we expect. Don't expect anything. There is only one place from where everything flows. That is Paramatma. We have not come with any bag of one guttery of love, one guttery of I love yous, and one guttery of whatever. We have come empty-handed, If you want love, seek it. Who has it? Who has it? Bhagwan. That is the importance of bhakti bhav. But we think bhakti bhav is just all sentimental foo-foo, gana and this and that. We have not understood the greatest importance of bhakti bhav. We think these books and knowing all these verses and this meaning and this thing and that thing, we are very advanced in spirituality. This is sukha rukha, finished, nothing of no use till it opens your heart. Go south. Go south from here to here. Then you'll find love. Then you'll find Bhagwan. Because Bhagwan is the repository of love. So, Sat. We have understood what is our desires are all for eternal existence. Then we go to Chit. We also have desire to know, a very strong desire to know. As again and again we have demonstrated, if I say anything to Kiran in her ear, all of you will want to know what I said. There is a deep desire to know. We have a desire to increase our knowledge of the world, of things, of people, and that's what we do. We go out to search for that knowledge. By books, we go for traveling, we go on media, we go on internet. We want to know everything we want to know because it's basically your nature. But the highest knowledge is the knowledge of the self. Everything else is temporary knowledge. Yet we go to outer space for knowledge. Yet we go to underground for knowledge. Yet we go to under the ocean for knowledge. And we don't go to that place where all the knowledge of everything is the most important knowledge within. So all this, because we don't know the highest knowledge is the knowledge of the self, but we have an urge for knowing. So this urge for knowing just goes into the outer world. So that is why we have a desire. All our desires to know are a desire actually to know myself. And then of course Anand. Sat, Chit, Anand. All our actions are for getting happiness. Through whatever it may be, whether it is through food, or whether it is from money, or whether it is from an experience, or whether it is from a person, or whether it is from whatever actions. Idea is, this makes me happy. But as we have already discussed, all the happiness that we are getting from all these things are only temporary. After some time of satisfying, you will feel good. then after some time you'll no longer want it. But after 1 or 2 days, again. So, none of these outer things are the source of satisfying my desire. The real reason why I am using these objects to fulfill my desires is because my real desire is for Sat, Chit, Anand, which is permanent, which is who I am, which is my self, my Atma. That is what is going to give you the real happiness. That is the reason why we say the spiritual journey is a journey inwards. When this desire gets fulfilled of meeting the self, all other outward desires are pale in comparison. They say all the Anand in the entire world, your desires plus everybody else's desires plus this one's desire, you think of all the Anand in the world is equal to 1 drop of Param Anand. 1 drop. 1 drop. That 1 drop is enough for you. And we are looking for all this incomplete Anand in the outside world. And there is no end to it. There is no end to it. This is all a illusion created by the energy of Maya. And we are searching for that illusion. And we will never find. We will never find. That is why everyone in Sansar is dukhi. In Garud Puran, I have got one quote for you. In Garud Puran it says, a king, now you can imagine, a king is obviously wealthy, powerful, well placed. But a king wishes to be the emperor of the whole world. He's not satisfied with being the king of his kingdom. He wants to be the emperor of the whole world. And the emperor of the whole world aspires to be a celestial god. He's also not satisfied with being the emperor of the world. He wants to be the king of the heavens. And the celestial god wants to become the king of the celestial gods, Indra. And Indra wants to become Brahma, the creator of the entire world. Yet, he says, the thirst for material enjoyment does not get satiated. No matter how much you get, no matter how much you strive for, no matter if you have finished your whole life with the 9 to 5 or the 9 to 9 or the 9 to 12 effort to get rich, you will still want more. Why are you wasting your life? You have been given human life for what? For what? For what? To realize this, to realize what I am saying. Only to realize this, what I am saying right now. You have to realize it, you have to understand it, you have to experiment with it, you have to absorb it. Then what? Then you will experience it. But if it just remains as a sentence that is uttered here, then it will remain there only. Then you keep doing chakki pisawing. This life and next life and 10 lives and 100 lives. Keep going like a, what is that? Roller coaster? No, what? Ferris wheel. Upar se niche, niche se upar. Just go round and round. Keep trying. Keep trying to be happy. It will always remain trying. Sometimes sukh, sometimes dukh. Sometimes you'll find your sukh in one vishay, then that will become boring. Then you'll try another vishay, then that will become boring. Then you'll try another vishay. Why do you think our youth is dying and committing suicide in their 20s and all? They are bored. Because we have given them so many vishays so fast that then they are bored. Then they need some more stimulation. Then that becomes boring. Then they will say, "No, I need some thrill in my life." So they will start doing weird things. I don't need to tell you all, and I don't definitely need to suggest it to them. But every time that person is trying for a higher and higher and higher thrill, then the thrills are getting dangerous. Then the thrill is, let's see if you can hang yourself
There.
from a tree and at the last minute you'll get down.
There.
How many people are dying like this? Tell me. Let's raise our children with the idea that they have everything that they need within themselves. Our life is already over now, 40, 50 years gaya. But these children should get it now. They should experience this anand now. This is where your emphasis should be when you're raising your children. Let them feel that anand, understand it at least theoretically now, in their teens. This is where everyone's focus should be. So, it is just a question of turning the direction from outward to inward. Theoretically, at least theoretically, intellectually, understand it. Slowly, 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 it will become your experience.
Mark,
Yeah.
when we try to invite that into very often the question comes up that why then is education so important, or why do I need to
Go through
this whole grind?
Because
all these years we were preaching, you have a goal, your educational goal, academic goal, and then whatever, the career and so and so. So
it's very important. You have to go through that process. You cannot reach that without going through dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, as a first 25 years of your life, your dharma is of a student. And Bhagavad Gita, every shastra says you have to do your dharma according to your varna and ashram. So study is what you can do in the first 25 years. Do it and do it 100%. Unless you are becoming a sannyasi at the age of 4 because of past sanskars. If that desire for becoming sannyasi at the age of 4 is not happening, that means you have to study. You have to go through the process. Tell me something without having these past sanskars from previous lifetime. If I said, I'll just be lazy, I'll just sit at home, I will not work, I will not study, I'll not do anything, and eventually when I'm 60, then I'll go for moksha. Can a person attain it at that stage?
no.
Because the earlier education that you are getting in the schools, that you are getting in the colleges, is also doing some training. It's also training the mind. It's also supposed to give you discipline. And all these qualities are needed for moksha. You cannot be a sadhak by being a dull jack. You have to have trained your mind. You have to have had some discipline which is given in the colleges. Nowadays, even discipline in schools and colleges is lacking. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. But to say that if the final goal is moksha, then why should I study? It's a wrong argument, because you're not doing your dharma of the first 25 years of your life. The first 25 years of my life, you are a brahmacharya, you are a student. You have the dharma of a student. You have to study. And you have to study 100%. So that's a wrong logic. Alright? So, wow. It's okay, some birds come in. So, in effect, all our desires for outer sukh is a sign of what?
No, the fact that we
All my desires for outer sukh is actually what? Sign of?
I'm identifying with things which are only going to make me outwardly
Therefore a sign of
ignorance.
ignorance. All my desires for outer sukh is basically a sign of my ignorance. And when I say ignorance, I don't mean ignorance of not knowing books, and I may be very well learned, but I'm ignorant of my identity. And any absence of desire would therefore be a sign of wisdom. Exactly. Now, what you want from life? You want to remain ignorant, or you want to become a Stithapragnya? Yeah. Okay. So, does it mean that a Stithapragnya has no desires?
No, you can have a sattvic desire.
Correct. You have to have sattvic desire. A Stithapragnya will have a sattvic desire for doing good for others. A Stithapragnya will have a desire for remaining Stithapragnya. He's already there. So, and there's a difference. See, when we have a desire, it's in our foreground. It's very much on our mind. We think about it, we mull over it, we contemplate on it, then we take action for it, and then we satisfy it. In a Stithapragnya, the desire is like in a movie you have background music. Huh? You go to movies, you have background music, especially in Hindi movies, and very important background music. Without that background music, there is nothing happening, okay? That background music tells you, now be sad. Background music tells you, now be happy. And then some, you have to be frightened and all. Okay? So, in a jnani, the desire is the background music. But do you pay attention to background music in a movie? Or you are focused on the main story? So in a jnani, the desire is the background music. His focus is on the main story, which is moksha. Is there? ठीक है? है? Maybe some desire is there. Desire to do good, desire to spread the knowledge. Hoga to hoga, nahi hoga to nahi hoga. But my important thing is moksha. So that's the difference. Okay? So a Stithapragnya is not bound by desires. In other words, exactly the first lakshan, Stithapragnya, not bound by his desires, not bound by his actions. Where is he? He is in the self, established, content. Content with what? With the anand of the self. See, when we are small, maybe we are infant, then somebody gives you a doll, let's say, a girl. She's so happy with the doll. She loves the doll. She's so attached to the doll. She'll keep it near her bedside. Even when she goes to sleep, that doll will also be on the pillow. But if she does, would you do that at the age of 20? Then some other thing will be there, mobile phone. That doll has lost its importance, that mobile phone has become more important. And I should not say if you're 40, because now at 40 also the mobile phone only is important. But as you grow, the importance of the value of things which were very cherished, very loved, that importance goes to something else, something else, something else, right? Same way for us, Stithapragnya. In the beginning is attached to the sansar maybe. Then the sansar drops. Then something else. Then the importance of sansar automatically drops when the person realizes his true self. Like that. It will happen. Alright? Kathopanishad also, there is one quote. It says, when one eliminates all selfish desires from the heart, then the materially fettered jivatma, fettered means chained to materials, the materially chained, fettered jivatma attains freedom from what? Birth and death, and becomes godlike in virtue. Kathopanishad. So the idea is to free yourself from selfish desires. And the word is always used, selfish desires. If you have desires for others, if you have desires for the higher community, if you have desires for the community at large, that is not binding you. But if ahankar is coming from doing good to others, then it is binding you. So that is Bhagavan Krishna's first explanation of the first lakshan of Stithapragnya. Give up your selfish desires, give up your cravings of the senses, and be satisfied in the self. Any questions? We did 2 verses, quite good. Any questions regarding this giving up?
You said give up versus give up selfish desires, give up
Craving.
cravings.
And be satisfied in the self. I think that's what I said. I never remember what I said. Satisfied in the self. Yes, any questions? What's your sadhana for the fortnight? Sometime back the sadhana was to make a list of all your desires. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now take that list out which you have and evaluate which stage it is in. Vasna, Spruha, Ichha, Trishna. Know at least whether you are in the addicted stage, whether you are greedy about it, whether it is seed form, whether you are taking action, and go to one stage behind. Here, see.
Mangalam,
Bhumi Mangalam,
Udaka Mangalam,
Udaka Mangalam,
Agni Mangalam,
Agni Mangalam,
Vayu Mangalam,
Vayu Mangalam,
Gagana Mangalam,
Gagana Mangalam,
Surya Mangalam,
Surya Mangalam,
Chandra Mangalam,
Chandra Mangalam,
Jagat Mangalam,
Jagata Mangalam,
Jiva Mangalam,
Jiva Mangalam,
Deva Mangalam,
Deva Mangalam,
Mano
Mano
Mangalam,
Mangalam,
Atma Mangalam,
Atma Mangalam,
Sarva Mangalam,
Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu, Sarva Mangalam, Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu, Sarva Mangalam, Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shida. Jai Gurudev.